And so it's been very exciting for Russ and I to get to know the both of you and to invite you to be on the George Reduce show to really have the first one of the first opportunities publicly to explore what you have and what you will be adding to our industry. And that is what Russ and my whole emphasis is going to be going forward as far as utilizing the tool goes. So why don't you give us a taste?
Perfect. So tell me, is there anything you want to say before we hop over there?
No, not at all. So just a couple of things. So I'm streaming my camera right now through Zoom. So I'm going to have to turn off my camera on Zoom and turn on my camera in the other environment because I can't be two places at once. I know my wife has asked me to do that often, but I can't.
So what I'll do is I'll share my screen, and Kevin, you can launch your camera when we get in there. Okay, so here we go. I'll share my screen. So, share this. There we go. All right. So what's happening right at this moment is that you're actually looking through the eyes of my avatar. So I'm actually turning my head left and turning my head right in a three-dimensional world, and that's Kevin right in front of us there. I'm just going to move forward to Kevin. So that's Kevin's avatar. And Kevin, so introduce our system right now, Kevin?
I am.
Oh, we are awesome. Okay, Kevin, so what we're going to do is I'm going to let you launch your camera and talk about that.
Here we go. So this is our Utopia VR platform, and you can see one of the very first things that we do is we encourage people to turn their camera on. Now, if you're getting a little bit of audio lag or something like that, that's only because we're combining two platforms. So don't let that disturb you in any way. When you're in our platform, the audio is crystal clear. Just walk around the room. Now, all I'm doing, folks, there's no software to download. This is just a web link. I'm just using the arrow keys on my keyboard. So you're going to see that I'm moving here in front of Dave. And the arrow keys and your mouse is like a steering wheel. I just left click it on the screen. I'm just going to walk over here into the corner, nice little lounge area, typical home. This is probably George's home down in Florida. Maybe this is his summer home. I don't know. But I'm just going to swing around here. And hey, there you go. Nice little branded display, the George Madhu Show, our new friends George and Russ. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put my mouse over the word presentation room, and there's a little button that will take me right to the presentation room. So I'm going to do it, and Dave's going to do it at the same time.
Okay, I'm going to now click on presentation room, and here we go. We're in the presentation room.
All right, so there's Dave. We're now upstairs. This is where the presentation is going to take place. You can customize this room any way that you want. There's Tom Big Al Schreider. I mean, everybody knows Tom, right? So here we are in the presentation room. And it could be 5 people, could be 6 people, could be a one-on-one. It really doesn't matter. So you take a look around. There's these beautiful couches. I can hold my space bar down, and you see a couple little icons that pop up. I just click on any one of those icons, and now I've taken a seat. All right, Dave, the floor is yours. Please do your presentation. So Dave is now sitting at the back of the room. I'm going to walk over here. Here's my presentation. Typical PowerPoint, typical PDF file, it doesn't matter. I just mouse over and I start advancing the slides. I do my presentation. Doesn't matter what company it is. It's all preloaded. I didn't have to share my screen. I didn't have to send somebody a file. I didn't have to go to Zoom and have my fingers crossed and ask everyone, can you see my screen? There's none of that. We know you can see the screen because you're in the environment. So that little bit of struggle, and they call it friction in technical terms, is gone. So there you go. That's just a very simple way. Now, Dave, I don't know about you, but what happens after somebody does a presentation? They want to know one of two things, right? They want to know What? What do they want to know?
Probably about some product lines, or maybe they want to talk about a compensation plan. A little bit of overview here, but what would you do next, Kevin?
You're exactly right. So let's just kind of walk over to the wall here. And you see up on the wall, there's another little sort of direction thing. It says foyer, presentation room, which is where we are, product room, and compensation plan. So let's go to the product room. So very simple, just mouse over that, click on product room, boom, we're in the product room.
All right, we're in the product.
So now, doesn't matter what company it is. We just put a couple of these images that you can find on the internet in 100 different places to kind of represent, the number of companies that are out there in the marketplace, which is awesome. But in the product room, not only can you have a conversation about those products, which is extremely important, you can actually see those products in 3 dimensions. So over on the table here, that's just a bottle of vitamins that we pulled in off the internet in 3 dimensions. Every company has 3-dimensional assets. They just don't know where to put them right now. Keep this in mind. I'm going to circle back to this several times. This is a single web tab that you're experiencing. We didn't jump to YouTube. We didn't jump to a company page yet. We didn't go to Vimeo. We didn't go to some other platform or server hop as it's called. We are all in the same web tab in your browser on your computer. So we're done with the products. We've had that great conversation. Half of the room, as we know, let's say you got 20 people that came to your in-home. 10 of them went off to talk about the products. 10 of them went off because they are very interested in what, Dave?
They're probably interested in the compensation plan.
So over here on the wall, just on the way out the door, now we can walk right through and do it. In fact, we could do that very simply. But on the wall, you're going to see presentation room, product room, and let's go to the comp plan. We click on the comp plan room, boom. Now, we are in a room, and again, Dave can use just with a simple click of his mouse on his screen, just like a steering wheel. You left click, and you can just look around the room in 360 degrees, interact with the people that are there. You see these gorgeous looking couches. You hold your space bar down, you can see there's little places to sit down, so you can actually take a seat. So Dave's doing his thing. I'm going to go ahead and, Dave took the seat, so I'll come over here and I can talk about the compensation plan.
Our outside environment on the water before we jump in the pool.
Yeah, I'm saying for tiki bar.
Tiki bar.
Yeah, you could do the tiki bar, guys, and with our platform, because our platform, we've designed this in a way for people to have fun too, right? We have a yacht that just sits out in the middle of the ocean. And you can literally, with the click of a button within the same web tab, go from that environment, go, hey, why don't you come on my yacht?
Yeah, how much fun would that be to invite people to a presentation on your yacht?
Hey, listen,
and they don't know that this is what you're inviting them to. You say, we're gonna have a presentation tomorrow afternoon. They say, where's it gonna be? On my yacht.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, this is so much fun. I'm so full of questions, and listen, go easy on your dinosaur metaphors. I happen to be a fan of dinosaurs. I never thought I'd actually think I'd become one, but I want to ask you guys something to see if I understand this, because I'm a little overwhelmed. But I want to ask, so have I got it right that if George and Stacy and I are creating a presentation together on this venue, that George could be in one room presenting the benefits of the Network Marketing Magazine, for instance. Stacy could be conducting in the product room a presentation on the different products or product that we offer. And I could be going over the compensation plan in the compensation room, and guests could go wherever they want. And these things could be taking place simultaneously, and there would be no overlap. Nobody could hear what was going on in the other thing. And people could actually choose to where they wanted to be, and the presenters could be presenting and all this could take place at the same time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, the way to look at it is really, you have to realize that what we're talking about is it's almost identical to the real world. It's
A real environment.
The real environment. They're into different environments. Do what you would normally do. That's what you're able to do in this. And you get to customize it however you want. Whatever digital assets you need in those environments for your presentation. Is it a video? Is it a PDF? Are there pictures? Is there text? Are there documents? What do you need to share with them? They're all there. Because you customized it that way.
I'm sitting here laughing because I just really, the marketing standpoint is, get this app and it comes with a free yacht and a luxury home.
The luxury home, the luxury home we separated out just for you guys. Well, let me rephrase that, just for us, the people that are in the network marketing world. That luxury home that we just toured today, that's been separated out specifically for the network marketing and direct sales industry.
Kevin, that is so cool. I just want to say, I don't think I've ever seen any bonuses that valuable. So I'm on it.
I want to mention something to everyone that's here today. I'm going to request that you remember that you saw this for the first time here. That what will become everywhere, I believe, and will go everywhere, you saw it first here. And that has to do not so much with these guys, although of course it does, but it has to do with you. And what you're looking for, and what you're open to, and the fact that you took the time to be here and explore this. But you just remember, you saw this. You can tell people that you saw this presentation here first. You saw it here, and then when this does, all of a sudden it's everywhere. You can say that you know these guys, and you met them, and you're working with them, or you're in business with them, or you're friends with them. That's what I'm trying to get across. That's the most important fact. That's my takeaway from today, is that I was blessed enough, privileged enough to be here in this moment, to see this possibility for the world. It's stunning. And I want the audience to know that Dave and Kevin aren't just guests on this show. There are business associates. There are friends, and we are with them going forward, and you are with us, and that's really what I want you to hear today.
Thank you, Dave and Kevin. I am just, I feel honored to be here to see this. I am just like, I'm visionary too, and I see it.
Signed up. And I went to a virtual summit using a platform like this, and it was interesting. And I have 2 or 3 things that I can see application for this. So my question is, what kind of pricing is involved with this?
Well, at the moment, great question. At the moment, everything is free until Q1 of next year. So we just want eyeballs on. We want people to engage. But when we roll out our pricing packages specifically for the network marketing or direct sales industry, it will be comparable to or better than Zoom. Let's just put it that way, with way more features. Way more features.
Stephanie's reaction there.
That's very, very cool. So, George, is there a particular link that links us to you, babe, the George Manu Show, since we all heard about it from you here? Is there some, even though it's free, do you have a link that you want us to utilize?
Kevin, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, why don't you go ahead and do everything through me. Send me an email, kevin@utopiavr.com, and I will make sure that George and Russ and the leadership here are credited with everything there. I'm in the back end of the system, so rather than just jumping on. So Greg, for example, we'll make sure, Greg, that you're tied into the TNMM world with George and Russ.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we didn't even mention this. We have a 2-tier affiliate. system built in. We're profit sharing with our company as well, so it's a 2-tier affiliate. We didn't even mention that. It was almost secondary. So we know that's going to be
for advertising if we do. So we'll hold on. Look, you guys. Here's George's and my commitment. We're committed to building together with you, creating, making you aware of things. That's what the George Madu Show is for. It's not a one-trick pony. It's everything. So first of all, I want to go on record, since we are out of time, to thank you, David and Kevin, for being here and the amazing technology that you're a part of, what you're bringing into the world and what you're bringing into our world. And plus your gracious, fun, lighthearted style is just, it's just perfect. And I couldn't be more proud to be here and to have been blessed to help bring this. And George, this is your show. So, partner, I can't say enough about you. Please close it out.
So David, Kevin, thank you so much. We will have you on again and again and again. And I'm just thrilled to be partnered up with you guys and speeding into the future. So everybody else, thank you for being here today. And I just want you to tell your friends what they missed.